Texas, home of the 4th biggest population in the United States. I'm Ed Cohen with the man of the people. He is Jay Williams.
All right, Ed, I see you. New York, L.A., Chicago, Houston right there. I'll tell you what else is big. Rocket Nation, and they're ready to rumble.
Taking over the globe and maybe taking over this game tonight. Jay, when Westbrook... The opening tip goes the way of the Rockets. They'll have it first as we're underway in Houston. Tucker to Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Paul George to Westbrook. Rockets have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
For 3, they're 2 for 2 to start the game from beyond the arc, and it's a 6-0 lead.
And when I see the ball being zipped around the perimeter like that and everybody's sharing the sugar, it lets me know that this team is engaged and they're focused.
George against Gordon. Screen coming. Clint Capella pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here's Harden with the rock. To Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Not going down for him this time.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Paul to Harden. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To George. Adams. Won't go down. Harden with it up top. Up 6. Gordon defended by Jeremy Grant. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Paul George, 4-2. Now Paul with the basketball, up by 6. To Capella. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Here's a chance from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
Strong finish for Paul George.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul against Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. First one goes down. able to convert on both free throws. Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder matched up with Paul. To Paul George. Paul George, 2 of 4 now. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Goes to the left side. Ferguson matched up with Harden. Driving right to the basket. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Paul into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Paul. Shot by Shumpert, off the mark. To Schroeder. Screen coming. Schroeder to Adams. Shot clock violation.
No basket.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I return to Houston after this. It's the NBA, and it's on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Oklahoma City ball. Schroeder to George. Has a chance. Paul George. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Paul picked up by Schroeder. Goes to the right side. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Iman Shumpert, that's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
From the outside, no good.
Block up. Here he comes.
Iman Shumpert, tough matchup against George. To Rivers. Fires the 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. And a throwdown.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Rivers. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense. Schroeder with the basketball. Right now, down 7. George. Paul the rebound. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, had him going there for a second. It goes down.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Houston.
George sizing up Green. Deep two there, won't go. Rivers to bring it into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Shot by Shumpert, off the mark. George. Paul George. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Trying to cash in. Shot no good by Tucker. George. The jumper's off the mark. To P.J. Tucker. And a nice finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Rivers, guarded by Russell Westbrook. To P.J. Tucker, 4-3, offensive board. Westbrook across the timeline. They trail by 7. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. And now Houston has the basketball. Rivers against the former MVP. To Gerald Green. Oh, he had him there for a second. Has a look. And he hits.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
George on the drive, but his shot misses. Green with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Fareed. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
That's it. First half has come to an end with the Rockets in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Russell Westbrook with the rock. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
George sizing up Eric Gordon. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
The drive right to the basket. Pushing inside the paint on that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Paul picked up by Westbrook. To Harden. Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. To P.J. Tucker. Shot for James Harden. It's George with the rebound. Westbrook to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. James Harden trying to cash in. Capella. Deep left corner. Harden. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Paul across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Man, that was a tough shot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Ferguson. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time. Westbrook with it. His guys down 3. Houston with the basketball. To P.J. Tucker. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Oh, had him going there for a second. Gordon against Paul George. To P.J. Tucker from long range. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Ferguson, great look and vision. Big man, Steven Adams. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with an easy lay right there.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Chris Paul with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. 3-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. Westbrook into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. And throws it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Paul, here again Schroeder. To Gerald Green. Fires the 3. Contested. No problem. Gerald Green with the 3.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Gerald Green lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense. Westbrook into the front court. The deficit is 6. Knocked loose. For 3, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Paul to P.J. Tucker, going to launch beyond the arc. Tucker, dead-on 3-point shooter. Tough to guard.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Shot by Westbrook won't go. Paul with it up top. Lead stands at 10. To P.J. Tucker. Paul Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Not that time. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. It's been all Rockets. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the 4th quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the 3rd quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Here's Schroeder with it. The deficit now up to 13. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. Paul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. To Paul. Missed a wide open look.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You gotta make those.
Lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Paul here against Abdul Nader. To P.J. Tucker. Has a chance. Tucker with a shot that misses.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. Easy pad to the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Rockets have the ball. Iman Shumpert against Nader. To Capella. Paul. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the second free throw. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Russell Westbrook here against Harden. Here comes the screen. Westbrook to Adams. Trying to cash in. Grant with the shot. That won't fall. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
See, because he's not trying to easily work his way into the game. He's being aggressive. And when you apply that kind of pressure on the defense, inevitably they will start making mistakes.
Harden against Westbrook. James Harden, now 3 for 9.
It just seems like 1 of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Clint Capella swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Ferguson to Adams. Rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Harden has it up the floor. Fires the 3. No good. The follow won't go either. Westbrook with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
The follow won't go either. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Westbrook to Schroeder. A drive, but he can't get it to go. To Harden. Capella. Harden. That's good D. Shot no good. Schroeder with the basketball. Margins 8. Chris Paul snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Harden drills the 3.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
The Thunder will use a timeout. They're down big in this 4th quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench.
Save 10% off all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Number 13, Paul George.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kenneth Faried. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. It's in the hands of Harden. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.